Was that your stuff?
What? I don't know if I'm hungry or about to shit myself. G'day and welcome to episode 1 of Guns, Hoses and Stretchers.
Oh, fuck, I wrote staging area wrong. I'm joking. Are you going to ask questions straight up? So you're just going to say, welcome to episode 2, we're talking about this, and then bam, fire into
I'll shut the fuck up.
Hello and welcome to the... No, go, you go. You do it. It's your thing.
Episode 22 of the staging area coming at you from YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm
not sure if this show's going up or down. I'm confused at this point.
Yes, it is the staging area. I'm, of course, Hayden Mack. That's Simon Rylance.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, 22. We've done it. We've made it. We're getting there.
Boom. Why do we keep clapping?
I don't fucking know.
It feels weird.
It must be some autistic thing.
Could be. Probably is. I'm not going to lie to you. It does make me feel happy when I do it, so it probably is.
This episode is jam-packed.
Is it jam-packed?
It is.
Okay.
We've got a bit of
everything.
Some serious stuff that's going on around the country in services news. We've also got the classic, the brand new segment that's taken off. It's skyrocketed us up to stardom.
Speed dating with Haydos.
No, it's video reactions.
Oh, video reactions. No, I thought it was speed dating.
And can't forget.
Question of the week.
No, CFMEU. We're going to talk about them a bit later on. But the greatest segment of all is question time.
Did no one reply to
No one fucking replied. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Actually, no, someone did actually on my fucking... Yeah, we were talking about that.
Okay, right.
For some reason, your stuff's making it through to my personal Facebook page, and I'm not sure how that's happening.
Well, you've obviously hit a button because I don't have control of your
very
Facebook.
Possible.
Anyway, there's plenty more still to come right here on the staging area. Services news. All right, and here we go with story comes from WA Police.
Detectives from the Sex Assault Squad have arrested an 82-year-old man and charged him with 20 offences as a result of their investigation into a report made to the National Redress Scheme. Investigations into allegations of abuse against children while in state care. It will be alleged between 1986 and 1987, the man who was a Catholic priest attached to a mission in regional WA, sexually and physically assaulted a young girl who attended the mission, and who was 9 years old at the time of the first offence. The 80-year-old man from Rossmoyne has been charged with 14 counts of indecent treatment of child under 14, 2 counts of threaten to injure or cause detriment to prevent, hinder, compel person doing act, 2 counts of unlawful assault, and 2 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm. He is due to appear before the Perth Magistrates Court today, Monday the 15th of July, 2024. If you are a victim of sexual abuse, or if you have information about someone being sexually abused, please contact police on 131 444 or report the information via the Safe to Say online reporting platform.
So, a sickening story from WA. Yeah, it's absolutely horrendous. I don't understand why, but it's the Catholic Church that's always involved.
Yep.
And it's just something not right about that.
I can't. Oh. It's like, so it's bad enough that someone does that.
Yeah.
Right. That's one thing. But when you're a person who's in a position of power and a position of care, and you're looking after young children, and then you go and do this to them. Like, I just can't get my head around that shit. And I'm glad they caught him. I don't care if he's 82 years old.
Yeah, you did the crime.
You did the crime.
Like the 15-year-old kid in the last episode.
Yeah, that's right.
They're old enough to know, so it doesn't matter.
You've done the crime. That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Like, that's just... I don't understand... especially when you've got, like, this is a little kid and then you're a grown adult. Like, I just don't get the... And people go, oh, yeah, but they're sick. There's something wrong with them. I don't fucking care.
No.
Actually, no, I don't fucking care. If they were sick, then they should have known that. They would have known that. They knew that's not normal. It's not right. So they should have went and got fucking help.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, and people go like, oh, it's back in the 80s, so why are we worrying about it? Well, I'm pretty sure that young lady, you know, she's 9 years old back in the 80s, so she's like in her potentially
40s.
late 40s, maybe 50s now, depending on exactly what year it was. I can't remember now, but late 40s, mid 50s probably. She's probably living with that. She would have lived with that trauma her entire life and would still be living with it now. And now she's going to have to relive it. Yeah. Because when they go to court, she's going to have to go. So it's fucking
So another question that I've reading through this. When they say 14 counts, so this person's been charged with 14 counts of indecent treatment of a child under 14. Does that mean that happened 14 times?
Yeah, and then exactly what happened 14 times.
Yes,
you won't know unless you do the court case, because it might not be like either way. Well, I was going to say then what's going to sound right, but either way, 14 times he has in some way, shape, or form
done something. What is it? That act.
Yeah. The act, whatever the act is that he's been doing.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. It's just not. Ugh.
Yeah.
These cases
That's
just fucking
horrible.
Oh, man.
I don't know why But it's
stuff
we got to talk about,
we
I
got to
guess.
talk about because it's got to be highlighted. And your point is perfect at the start there. I just was literally talking about George Powell on Friday and Thursday. And it's just, there seems to be something with the church and their connection with the church. Like all these people, a lot of them are connected with the church. And I just can't, I don't understand people like in that particular, they're in the church. They're meant to be following God. They're meant to be doing God's work. I'm pretty sure there's nowhere in the Bible that says that you should fucking rape kids. Maybe I haven't read that part of the Bible. I don't fucking want to read it if it's in there, but I'm pretty sure it's fucking not in there.
Yeah.
Like I just can't understand how these people can do that to kids, and why is it always fucking people in the church?
Yeah.
I don't like you get the rare ones where it's like a teacher and maybe it's like someone who's a coach in a sporting group or whatever. But the high majority of them are fucking priests. Like I just don't. I get it. Maybe they thought the nuns were cute and they couldn't get anything from the nuns. So, but fucking hell, man, go leave the church and go pay for it or whatever you have to do. But don't touch little kids.
Well, then to think about that, there probably was that sort of stuff happening in the nuns as well.
There probably was.
But you don't talk about that.
They probably won't. No.
But just, I would say that it happens across all beliefs. That there be people in those other religions that do the exact same thing. Yeah, 100%. But for some reason, it's only the Catholics that get called out on it. Yeah. Obviously, others are a bit loyal to their religion.
Well, there's that, but also there's certain religions out there, certain religions and certain cultures where it's okay for you to, there's certain religions and cultures out there where you can be fucking 35, 40, 50 and you can wed a 10-year-old and make her your bride, and you're quite within your right to sleep with her and destroy her as a person. And when I say as a person, not even just mentally, but physically, these men destroy these young girls. But it's okay in those cultures. That happens here in Australia. Like people who think that that's not happening in Australia, you're fucking kidding yourselves. Our government is allowing this shit to happen on a regular basis.
Nah, would you say the government's allowing
Fuck oath they are, because they're not doing anything about it. They're allowing the culture and the religion to live on and be allowed to do that stuff. It's their responsibility. They should be sending the police and saying, we're done with this shit. That is not accepted in this society. You want to do it? Fuck off.
Right.
Period.
Okay.
They know what's going on. It's out there. We see it in the papers. We see it on the news. But then it just gets fucking swept off over here.
Really?
And we never hear about it again. They know what's happening. They're not doing anything about it.
I'd be aware that, yes, it's happening, but I don't think that they're saying, yes, this religion can continue doing what they believe.
I think they do.
You reckon?
Fuck oath they do. Otherwise, it wouldn't be happening. Period.
Fair enough.
Mm.
All right, next one. Going to take it away, Bronson. Take it away, Bronson.
Whilst responding to a call at
You-
approximately 6:30 a.m. on the 11th of June, Nargoon Fire Brigade's pumper tanker, with 2 crew members, was involved in a serious accident in atrocious weather conditions. A tree branch that was hanging in power lines fell in the high winds and heavy rain, hitting the appliance as it passed below, causing it to roll over. The firefighters crewing the pumper tanker, once free of the wreckage, were immediately taken to hospital for treatment and observation. One of the 2 crew members was released later in the day, with other member being released the following day. Nargoon Fire Brigade, the 2 members involved and their families, extend appreciation to the many CFA brigades and volunteers who sent messages of support and inquired on the welfare of those involved as well as fellow brigade members.
Well, very good news that no one was seriously injured.
Mm.
But there have been instances where, people aren't so lucky.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we've been a part of one
How
of those
many
ourselves.
many years ago. I wasn't really a senior then, but the pumper tanker rolled over. Well, it was involved in an accident.
Was hit.
What was the brigade like around that? It was a
Oh,
shock
it's
when you all first found out, because it was just a normal routine Sunday drive, wasn't it?
yeah. So it happened during the week.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, that incident. Oh fuck! I'll tell you. I remember that day like it was yesterday. Still, so obviously our friend Alan was driving the truck at the time and was seriously injured with long-term permanent injuries in our old pumper tanker, which was a single cab pumper tanker. So 3 seats in the front, 3 on the rear in the ROPS area. And so, yeah, like most people, the brigades do like 30K runs with their trucks most Sunday mornings just to, get the trucks out, get them moving around a bit, part of our training, all that sort of stuff. And certainly when you're in a quieter brigade, it's really important to do those 30K runs to check the vehicles and stuff. In the busier brigades, they don't necessarily have to do their 30K runs as much as they normally do 30Ks throughout the week, no matter what, with jobs and things like that. So, but back then, that station that we were a part of still wasn't that busy. So we would still do those 30K runs every now and then. And it just happened to be that he was available on that day and was going to do the run. And funnily enough, he actually told myself and Hoyne that he was going to be doing do the run that day. And he was off to that day, and he was going to do a whole heap of work at the station and stuff. And we were only still young fireys. Loved being at the fire station more than we loved doing anything else, pretty much. And we both contemplated taking the day off work, calling in sick the following day, and getting in that truck. So we didn't know we were going to be getting in that truck, but we were going to call in sick. The 2 of us were going to call in sick, and we hang at the fire station for the day with Al and do a whole heap of stuff. The universe, I'm going to call it the universe. The 2 of us, I know Hoyne got called into work urgently early in the morning and didn't get a chance to call in and say he was sick. There was some stuff going on where he was working and he had to get there. He was a part of the response team there, so he had to go. And I had the same thing. I had a phone call early in the morning saying, can you come in a bit early? We got some stuff going on with work and we need someone to help collect and bag and tag evidence and things like that. So I went to work, didn't call in sick. And then it must have been, so I was working in the city, and whatever the time was, I can't remember the exact time now, but I get a phone call from someone that I work with saying, just want to check to make sure that you're okay and how's everybody doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm all right, I'm good, and everyone here at work's okay. He goes, no, at your fire station. I don't know, must be pretty good, because I've been flat out, hadn't seen the news yet, and hadn't at that time, it was the first time I'd seen my phone in a couple of hours. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, the fire truck from your fire station was in a really bad accident, and I think someone might have passed away. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then as I'm talking to him, my phone's ringing, and I'm like, I got to go. My old man's calling. And then I answer that call, and I'm like, what's going on? He goes, are you at work? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, are you able to get out early? Like, yeah, what's going on? And then he told me what had happened. And then I looked at my phone. I'm like, fucking hell, I got all these missed calls from people and messages and all sorts of shit on my phone that I had completely missed because I'd been off doing stuff. And so I was like, I had a pretty good boss at the time. And I told him what's going on. And I left pretty quickly and got back up home. Got to the station and there was only a couple of people there at this stage. But the CFA command were there. And that's when I saw the first photos of what had happened.
Right.
And heard that Al had been airlifted to the hospital and that he was in a coma and whatever else. And yeah, so it was a pretty rough time. It was pretty rough for a couple of reasons. One, Al was really close with all of us at the station. He'd been there for a long time. He was a great bloke. In my head, I was like, I was meant to be in that truck. And the investigators had said if there had been anybody else in that vehicle at the time, it would have been very likely that all three people would have passed away, or at least the two passengers definitely would have passed away. So it was pretty scary to think that I was meant to be in that truck, and if that had happened, I probably wouldn't be here now, or if I was here now, I'd probably be here in a very different state because Alan received some pretty bad long-term injuries from that accident. So yeah, it's still there, still kind of haunts me a little bit, that whole accident. The time at the station at the time was pretty rough. But again, very much like that article said, man, we were getting messages from all over the place, even interstate. We even had interstate people from New South and South Australia sending messages across. And back then, social media wasn't a big thing, so these things were kind of coming in from people all over the place. Mail and phone calls. And I know there was a lot of people reaching out from right across the state. We got, all sorts of stuff was coming in. So it was pretty cool to see that, it was a nice feeling to see that stuff. That's when that brotherhood and sisterhood really comes together. People you don't even know. And we had people from the public who were dropping in letters and cards and things. And it was really nice, but pretty shit time as well. We were offline. So as it is, the CFA takes you offline straight away. And you normally stay offline. That station stays offline normally for like 24 hours, generally speaking. And they have... You go to like what's known as a C response. So lots of other fire stations are now covering your thing. So if there was a fire in Wallen, they'd send like 3 or 4 stations into Wallen to make sure we had coverage. But I think I can't remember if it was a Wednesday or not, but I remember we were all at the station anyway. Everyone started coming home early from work and came to the station. And we kind of sat there. We had dinner together because we were waiting to hear. Alan was in surgery and we hadn't heard anything. And CFA command were at the station. And then we got word that he'd made it out of the surgery and that he was at the moment okay, but he was going to be in a pretty bad way. And I think he was in a coma maybe still or something like that or whatever. But at this stage he'd be okay. And then the request was made from the CFA. They said, what do you want to do? Do you want to remain offline or do you want to go back online? It's up, how do you want to do it? We'd had a second appliance arrive by that stage as like a spare for us. As a second truck, because obviously we had the 2 plus the big F-250 back then. And we said, no, look, let's, if this was Alan would want the station to go back online. And that's true. That's what he would have wanted. So we went back online, and 3 minutes after we went back online, we got a house fire up in Hidden Valley. So it's probably a good thing we went back online when we did, because we were able to get up there pretty quickly and deal with that. And it was actually a fire. So it wasn't bad, but it was actually a fire, so it was good to be able to get there and be back online again. But it was a pretty and it was rough for a while too, because like you're trying to watch Alan recover and you don't know what's happening with him and his family, and there's all these things like, is he ever going to be able to work again? How's he going to survive? How's his family going to survive? And there's lots of shit that goes on. And yeah, so these guys at Narnagoon, like hopefully they're all doing well. It sounds like they are, but. It would have been pretty scary for the station at the time. Yeah. And obviously the way that the way their accident happened, the way our accident happened, 2 very different things. Yes. Yeah. The guy that was involved in our accident was actually, I think, was put in prison for a little bit of time. Okay. Because he was, basically a B double. He was driving a B double and he collided with our truck. And our truck flipped and rolled down the freeway 8 or 9 times, I think, before it came to rest on its roof. As you know, you've seen the photos. The truck was completely destroyed. But that driver of that truck, I'm pretty sure, was sentenced to prison for a period of time because there's a whole heap of things around how that accident occurred. And I don't want to go into it because I can't remember exactly all. I remember some of the details, but I don't want to, as far as I knew, that individual had never been involved in anything before and had just made some pretty bad decisions at that time. So I don't want to harp on that, but he went to prison where these guys obviously power line over the road, which is what I was, what they're saying in the article, and that's what I'd heard. A power line across a road in wet and windy conditions during storms. You're most likely not going to see that until it's too late, which is, by the sounds of it, what had happened.
Oh, it was a tree branch.
Sorry. Yeah. So a pretty shitty accident. I guess luckily there was no one seriously injured in the fire truck or anyone else seriously injured, and obviously it's one of those things. It's a bit of a natural thing that can happen. So, but it's good that they're all online, and hopefully they've got a half decent truck coming their way to replace their pumper tanker. It's a shit part of the job, but it is a part of the job. Yeah. So, they're alive, and that's the key thing.
That's it. All right. Last story comes from Darwin.
Top end.
Excavators at a Darwin construction site found a 60-kilogram World War II-era Japanese bomb. The bomb squad was called, and they safely detonated the bomb on site. Local contractors discovered the high explosive ordnance and alerted authorities. ADF technician Kyle Johnson assessed the bomb, confirming the intact fuse made it highly dangerous. Although the bomb's explosive power decreases over time, its sensitivity can increase, making it more hazardous. The ADF ensured safety by detonating the bomb in a 1.8-meter hole filled with sandbags. The bomb was deemed unsafe to transport and disposed of using routine measures.
Now, I've been to Darwin. The last thing I would have thought of is that you had to be careful of World War II fucking bombs.
Isn't it? It's an explosive story, this one.
Very explosive.
Had the chance to blow up
it
the story, but it didn't.
And here's some footage of it.
Is this the thing blowing up?
Yeah.
I love how it blows up.
Look how high.
Yeah. So...
amazing.
I love in the thing where they're like, it's dangerous, but it's not that dangerous. I'm like, imagine if a kid was fucking there or an adult was there. That would still kill you. That would be enough to kill you, I'd imagine, or at least do some pretty serious internal damage.
Yes, yeah.
So, but that happens a bit. Like Queensland, top end of Queensland and Northern Territory, they find bombs all the time.
Yeah, okay.
Washed up in different places. Obviously, this one was in the ground by the sounds of it. Excavator found it. Fucking lucky the excavator stopped when it did, because that would have been pretty disastrous, I imagine. Yeah. But they find them all the time up there.
The stats on it, you're more likely to be taken by a croc than
finding a bomb
from an unexploded bomb.
Yeah, that's probably
that's territory.
Yeah, that's probably
in Darwin.
There'd be a lot more fucking crocodiles than there would be bombs lying around, but there would still be bombs there. But it just shows you too. So it was a Japanese bomb, they said, wasn't it?
Yeah, World War II.
So the question then becomes, for people who don't pay enough attention to their history and stuff, the question then becomes, how to get there?
What do you mean, how to get there?
Part of the bombing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else would it get there?
No, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of people who don't realise that we were bombed. My point is, there's a lot of people in this country who don't really know their history and don't understand World War II and don't realise we were bombed by the Japanese.
Yeah.
That we had there's a movie on it. A couple of movies, I think, now. But we were bombed by the Japanese during World War II. They did come here to try and bring the fight to Australia, literally. And I'd imagine there's probably more of those bombs.
Possibly.
There's probably more floating around
Scattered
all over the place.
North.
So, yeah, it's cool. I think it's cool, but it's also scary at the same time.
Oh, shit, yeah.
But it's pretty cool to see it, yeah.
All right. Done. That's it for Services News. It's now time for video reactions. That's where me and Simon are going to watch some videos that
Hados found.
I found. And these ones are from the vault. They're right up the top when TikTok started, or when I started on TikTok. And
there's none of you cooking fried rice, is there?
No, that was the last one.
No, I'm just double checking.
All right, let's go to this first one.
Mr. Pizza, how can I help? How you doing? I was just wondering if you guys had any specials on tonight. Oh, yeah, of course. I'll just go grab them for you. Go get him. Mr. Pizza, how can I help you?
Oh, shit.
I don't know about that
It's a
one.
bit of a
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
bit. You can't get away with that nowadays, can you?
No, I don't think you should
don't
either,
reckon?
though, to be honest.
What doing those?
Yeah, I
Jokes?
don't. No, I can't. No.
Oh.
I get. I know some people find it funny, and I know some people but I just don't. Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
You don't like it?
No, it doesn't
Oh,
really do
so
anything
I'm
for
just a sick human that
No.
laughs at anything at
me.
work.
No, everyone has the differing opinions. I just don't. Yeah.
All right, now we've got a tiny man
It's
on the
quiz
table.
time.
Okay.
What's this?
What is this?
Is it a wiener?
That's right. In Japan, we call it winner.
Huh. Wiener.
Some
Is it
people
just me?
call
Is
it
that
sausage.
strategically placed?
Who
The
are
sausage.
these people? I never sausage a little wiener before. Well, folks, I'd be interested to read what foreign words you like, and I'll check you next time.
Hooray! I think that sausage on a plate was
I think I just
strategically
lost
placed.
time in my life. I can't get back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we'll just stop the podcast then.
No, that's not the podcast. That was just. I don't. Oh my god.
Next video.
That gets better.
Men are so quick to be like, I don't know why women don't want me. I have so much to offer. Show me your bed frame.
So this is my bed frame. It's a loft bed. I built it myself. I've got my desk and my computer underneath on this side, and then I've got my bookshelf on the other side. The reason that I wanted to build a loft-style bed is because I wanted to make room for all my Legos.
All your
And
shit.
I have other Legos on this side. And I also wanted to be able to work out in my room, so I've got my workout equipment, and like I've got plenty of space, so that's nice. The only bad part about having a loft bed is I have to use this sketchy step ladder to get all the way up to the top. Now I do have 2 pillows on top as well as my second sheet, so I have a full set of sheets. I do sleep in a sleeping bag because I don't like to make my bed in the morning.
That's smart.
So the sleeping bag works. And I do have a third pillow, but that's my cuddling pillow. And I like brown women, so the brown pillow works for that.
No. Oh shit.
But very smart man. Like sleep in a sleeping bag.
Yeah, like that bit's smart.
Smart. Don't have
Although
to
I
make
don't
the bed.
really like sleep much, but anyway,
You don't.
I just feel I'm too restrictive.
No, okay.
Too restrictive.
Well, get a double one.
yeah,
There you go.
that's a good
Fix your problem.
idea. Yeah, I should do that.
Next video.
An Irish fella has bought a 2,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. He's got it all over the carpet. He thought, every bit's the fucking same. They're the same both fucking sides. So he phoned his mother. He said, Murphy, I bought a 2,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, and every bit's the same. He said, turn the fuckers over. He said, I have what you think I'm, a stick of shit. He said, what's on the box? He said, a cockerel. He said, I'll fucking come round. He walked in, he said, you fucking idiot, they're cornflakes.
Oh, good Irish joke there.
Oh shit. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
The main man.
Do you reckon he would have been able to do the 2,000-piece puzzle?
Fuck yeah. If not, he would have fucking shot it with a shotgun.
Bob Catter.
I love Bob.
In 45 years, I've been through, 400 droughts. The answers are, in fact, very simple. I mean, the answer is you put water on that ground and it grows grass.
Simple science with
Fuck,
Bob
I
Catter.
love Bob Catter. He's just the guy. I love him. We need more of him. We should see more of him. He needs to grow his party. We just need Bob and his people.
Oh, so you're going to join the Catter mob, are
I
you?
fucking love Bob. He's great.
You reckon
Show
we
me a
need...
time he hasn't said something that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
I
a
just
great
really
guy.
don't keep up to date, but I know that they're trying to separate Queensland.
They are.
They want to separate North Queensland from Southern Queensland.
Yeah, I think they're trying to do like in America, how Texas is trying to separate from America and be its
Yeah.
own country. I think they're trying to do the same thing.
Right.
So,
okay.
it's really stupid. right? It sounds stupid, but when you go and talk to people in Queensland, they very much see themselves as there's the southern part and there's the northern part.
Yeah.
And and things are very different for both of them, which technically they kind of are, I guess. They want to very much be their own state and not have to deal with the dipshits that come out of Brisbane. And that's not the people in Brisbane. People in Brisbane are great. It's the fucking politicians.
Okay.
So I can kind of see why they want to do it. But I just love Katter. He's a top bloke and we need more of him. We need more people wearing fucking...
A Cobra.
He doesn't wear that's not a Cobra. He wears a, what do you call it? What do they call him? Bucket. Is it not a bucket hat?
So he doesn't support Australian made.
Bucket hat.
Well, that's not
10
good.
gallon. Is a 10-gallon hat? I was bucket hat. 10-gallon hat, or what they call them.
Well, he's lost my vote. Doesn't support Australian product.
Oh, it may be an Australian-made one. It could be an Australian-made one, but I don't think it's an Akubra. But
Okay.
Could be an Akubra. Does Akubra do gallon hats?
I don't know.
That's a whole nother fucking story.
There we go.
You could wear your Akubra when you sing...
Oh, I thought you meant on speed dating.
I was going to say both.
Oh, so I've got to sing
at the speed dating. We could get you to sing on stage, and the ladies can all be like, "Oh yes, see, you're writing your own script for this now as well." Fuck yes, this is happening. It's happening. We're doing
All right,
this.
let's go
You thought
on.
this wasn't going to happen. It's happening.
Let's go on. Find out about terrorism tourism.
What?
What do you do for fun?
I mean, it sounds kind of macabre, but I like to go to visit a country after a terrorist attack.
Okay.
After a terrorist attack, the horse has already left the barn. It's cheap. And I was in Istanbul after they had that bombing at the airport.
Save
So I
some
went
money.
there,
Jesus Christ.
and there was a bus, supposedly 50 people. How many people do you think were on the bus?
2.
One.
You.
So I got the whole tour,
And they're like, why are you
the
here?
whole bus, and I stayed at a $300 a night hotel for $30.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I was in Morocco after they chopped off two girls' heads off, and I was on this trail, on the same trail that they were.
So wait, when you read the news of a terrorist attack, you're like, time to hit orbit.
But you get really good deals, and the security is fantastic. So I've gotten flights to Peru, round trip for $280.
And what happened right before that?
Oh, there was probably an earthquake or something.
So 9/12/2001, you're on a flight to New York. You're like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what's really bad about that?
What's-
It makes a shit ton of sense
To
to go and
tourism.
do it. Yeah, because $300 a night hotel rooms for $30.
Oh, no.
Security's its highest. It actually makes sense. It's. I'm not doing it. I'm
You're
not
not
doing
doing
it.
it? Okay.
But it makes a heap of sense.
All right, let's.
This worries me.
It's got swords.
You thought I died 3 days ago. But this Sunday is gonna be a bloody Sunday. Holy shit, it's Nin Jesus. And this time, he's not crucifying around. Huh.
It's your man Jesus. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I think I need to start vetting these before we put these on.
You need to vet them.
I got nothing other than...
I feel
He
ashamed
needs
that
help.
I saved that. I don't even know why.
You
I fucking
should
saved
feel
that.
ashamed. And we should move on before you get more shamed. I feel like this isn't going to get any better, though. Looking at that picture.
Haircut, so I stood him on a box and got some hair dye and turned him into a panda.
Yeah. Oh, that's gold. Okay, you might have redeemed yourself in that last one. I love the way it's like so serious too about the whole fucking thing. That's gold. Oh, shit.
Thanks for coming, everyone. The meeting of the Amputees Association is now in session. First item on the agenda, changing the signal of agreeance from a raised hand to a verbal aye. All those in favour? We need a majority. Motion fails again. Try again next week. Thanks for coming, everyone else.
Oh,
Yeah, all right.
pretty
Yeah, okay.
So you got to throw some shit ones amongst it.
Yeah.
All right. I really don't know what this is. We'll find out.
These are original Foot Lockers.
So you're telling me the shoe store is named after this box?
I'm afraid you're right.
Well, there you go. That's one good thing about war. If without war, we wouldn't have Foot Locker.
Yes.
How was that?
So Americans needed to have a war so they could come up with a shop name. Interesting.
I don't think that's what happened.
Oh,
but
you don't
anyway.
think that? Okay, right. Oh, I thought that was a bit interesting.
It is
If
interesting.
it was.
Yeah. But if it was true, if Foot Locker would tell us it was true, I'm all up for it, but it seems like it wasn't. Oh, we should do a question.
All right. All right.
All right.
You're listening to the staging area.
Yes, you are.
And we are doing question time now. And the question this week was, are you looking forward to the Paris Sports Carnival? I'm only saying that because I don't know what world we come up, what rules we come under, because Channel 9 in Australia is the only one that can say the other word.
Olympics.
Yes.
Why?
So, because we haven't paid broadcast rights, we cannot say the O word.
I'm fucking saying Olympics. They don't get a monopoly. They
You
can
pay
get
it
fucked.
then. You can pay it.
Fuck off. It's the Olympics. It's not. They don't fucking own the name.
They do.
No, they don't.
It's a part of the
How can they?
T's and
can't.
C's.
They can't own the name Olympics. It's in the dictionary.
The committee does, and they get the money for the broadcast
committee
rights.
can suck my left testicle.
Oh, okay, right.
I don't care. This is why the world and our country is failing, because we're allowing dipshits like Channel 9 to think that they can own stuff.
Channel 7 was the same.
Same with them.
It was all the same when they ran it.
Same with them.
And the same with the ABC when they
Same with
did
the ABC.
the radio side of it.
Yep, and we'll go Channel 10 as well, or that's like a
They've
failing
never had it,
organisation at this stage. I think
CBS
they're
is
lucky
like
they're even
that.
fucking be here at this point. But all of them, I don't care. They don't. The media, they don't get to control things, so they can get fucked. It's the Olympics. That's what it is.
Right. Well, are you excited for it?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Well, you asked me a question. I'm just giving you an answer. Yes or no.
I'm a no.
You're a no. You
Yeah.
don't like the Olympics?
No.
No.
Not sporty.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Don't
I'm
give a
not. I'm
shit.
not really sporty either. The sports that I follow, they won't put into the Olympics. I don't understand why they don't.
What sports do you follow?
So PBR.
Okay. You want bull riding at the
Mate,
carnival?
It's one of the oldest fucking sports in the world. Why is it not in the Olympics?
Yeah, okay.
Think about it. It's one of the oldest sports in the world. Why is it not in the Olympics?
Well, were they doing bull riding back in the Colosseum back in the day?
Well, they were fucking bullfighting.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
I've only seen lions.
Fucking head off, fucking neck, with the
No.
fucking thing.
Oh, so you're being racist. That's Mexico.
They were doing it in the Colosseum as well, mate.
They were
Fucking
doing it in.
check it.
They did it in Rome.
Maybe
did
they brought the fucking bulls
Yeah,
and the
okay.
tigers in at the same time. I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm only thinking the gladiators.
But it's one of the oldest
Okay.
fucking sports in the world.
Yeah, right.
So why is it not in there? Number 2, motocross.
Okay.
Why is motocross not in there? It's one of the biggest sports in the world.
Okay.
Why is that not in there? But yet, that's okay, because this year at the Olympics, we're going to have breakdancing.
Yeah.
How
You'd
the
be all over that.
Oh, I'll probably actually watch it because I like dancing, so I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
You probably will too because I know you love a fucking dance. Ladies
I
like
know,
to
but
dance.
not like-
so,
no, I don't do breakdancing.
I'll probably will watch the breakdancing bit, but that's to me that's not really a sport. I get people compete in it, so okay, fine. But why is motocross not in there? They've tried to get motocross in for years and they won't put it in. Why not? It should be in there.
Well, cricket's in the next 4 years.
Yep.
Apparently.
So again, I got no issues with that. Put it
and
in
that's
there.
being held in America. Apparently,
no, it's gonna
in
be
4
weird.
years' time. So the Yanks playing cricket.
Can
They'll
I-
do all right, probably.
can I tell you
Doing
something about-
Can you imagine them with a cricket bat trying to do it as baseball?
They won't do it. It'll fuck it. They'll have to import all these Aussies or whatever, or Indians or fucking English or whatever.
Actually,
you know,
the
South
American team
Africans, whatever
is
it is.
all Indians.
Is it really? Well, there you go. See?
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
look at their team photo from this year, I think that,
There you go.
because someone said, check out the American team, it's all India or Pakistan. And
Better
now-
watch out. Cricket might become the world sport as opposed to soccer.
That's still boring.
At least I'd fucking watch it. No, I shouldn't say that. I've actually been to a couple of soccer events this year.
Okay.
And I was actually surprised. It was actually pretty good.
That's shit. It's
Yeah, I know.
boring.
Yeah, no, actually, it was actually quite exhilarating. I
It's
went to
exhilarating.
the Melbourne and Sydney FC clash here in Melbourne at Amy Park, and it was actually pretty cool.
Okay.
But anyway, we're going off topic. Olympics. Am I excited by it? Not really. I don't really get into sport, but there's certain things that I do watch in it that I do find interesting. So, you know.
Okay.
Little one's right into gymnastics at the moment. She keeps telling me she wants to watch the gymnastics. So, I've never watched that in my life.
Oh, well.
But
show her the Roy and HG clips from 2000.
Yeah, that's one of the things I do used to like about the Olympics was the Roy and HG show. But yeah, and there's swimming. I feel like I don't know. There's those certain swimming races that I think like a lot of people watch.
Right.
Is it the 1500 whatever it is? Where that's always been like a big one, and so yeah. But I don't know. I don't really get into it. I'm not going to lie to you. I look at the Olympics, particularly this year. I'm looking at the Olympics for a whole nother reason that I probably shouldn't be, but it's the way my brain fucking operates. So everybody else is like, oh, yeah, we can't wait to see the Olympics. I'm sitting there going, yeah, I can't wait to work out what day the terrorist attack's going to happen.
I was just thinking that you're going to say that.
Yeah. I don't mean to be nasty, but it's
The
Paris.
high terror alert.
It's a fucking high terror alert.
And there's already been a guard that's been stabbed.
Yep. There's issues in Paris all the time around security. They have a track record of not fucking catching terrorist attacks before they happen. We are on the brink, or I agree with a lot of other people, we are well and truly into World War III already. People just aren't really paying enough attention at this point in time. I see that the security intelligence agencies will fail, and I have no doubt at all that we will see a significant terrorist attack at the Paris Olympics, either beforehand or during.
The French don't have a really good track record of keeping the borders safe either.
They're terrible.
Like World War I, World War II.
Yeah,
they got invaded.
Yeah, they're terrible at it. They're shocking at it. So I know you shouldn't look at it that way. It seems like a really bad way to look at things, but it's just my brain goes, it's going to happen.
Ooh.
So
okay, well. I'll clip this part and then we'll play it in
so we're
a
clear to
future
all the world
podcast.
intelligence agencies. I'm not a part of it. I'm just saying.
Oh, really?
I think that this will potentially happen. If it doesn't, I'll be happy about that.
Yes, yeah.
I'll be very happy about that. But my gut feeling is that it's going to happen.
Okay. All right, that's it for question time. You bastards better fucking comment on the next one.
No, I don't think they will. But
you bastards.
You watch them comment on my poll this week.
Yeah, right. We'll see. All right, last segment. We're going to talk about. You wanted to bring this to the table: the Labor Party and the CFMEU.
I didn't say I wanted to bring it to the table. It's fucking
You
news.
did. You put it in. You put it in the request for the
show.
running sheet.
I did, yeah.
And I've done it.
And all the other producers went, that was a great idea.
Yeah.
Bronson thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
He was during the meeting. He was like, fuck yes.
Yeah. Oh, great. So, so a bit has popped up about the CFMEU and their connections with underworld figures, possibly. Or bikies and all that sort of thing. It can't be that big of a deal, is it?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Why? What's the problem with having bikies need jobs too?
So hang on a minute. Whoa.
What? They're not allowed to have jobs?
No. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm actually not concerned about that bit.
Right. Okay.
So the CFMEU and their connections to the underworld or to outlaw motorcycle gangs, which I still don't like that term because we have lots of other gangs that don't get given fucking names in Victoria. So I don't like the way that they, single them out. So,
Right.
but that bit, that's been going on for years. People have known about it for years, all right? People who are in that industry and in and around that industry and a part of law enforcement and a part of intelligence agencies and a part of the government, they've known that's been going on for years, all right? That's over there. I'm not even going to start talking about that shit because that's a whole nother world you can go into, right? So I don't want to talk about that, but I'm not interested in that.
Okay.
My bit is the part about the government and their involvement here.
Right.
Okay. Jacinta Allen has fucking lied multiple times to the people of Victoria since she's been the Premier.
Okay. So what she lied about?
And this is another one.
What she lied about?
So she's been caught out knowing. So this information was brought to her attention in 2022.
What's the information?
She was provided statements and she was provided information from media sources, signed statements from victims saying that they had been threatened, bullied, targeted, attacked, intimidated. All these things had been going on and had been produced and provided to her office. She has come out and said that she knew nothing about it, that she's never seen it.
Right.
Yet her office responded.
Okay.
She responded. Sometime later, she's responded saying that, yep, thanks very much. We apologise for these things going on and we'll make sure that somebody looks into it for you.
Mm.
And then that's it. She fucking lied to Victoria again. Right? She lied when she first became the Premier about the Commonwealth Games, which has cost our state millions of dollars that we will never get back, which means millions of dollars has been taken away from education, hospitals, emergency services, law enforcement, and other services that we need to, public transport, all these other services we need to run the fucking states that are important. We lost millions of dollars because of her and dipshit Dan, right? And she knew about that. She was a big part of that scheme. She knew about it. She lied to us. She's now lying about this. But this goes even further than that, right? The Labor government have known about this behaviour and have known about these things going on for years. And it's not just at the state level, it's at the federal level as well. Albanese and all of his fucking people have known about this for years as well. And to say that they haven't are people who are living with their fucking heads in the sand, right? It's about the criminality and the corruption of the government. They need to be stood down. The Labor government in Victoria has stood down the CFMEU. They've put them into liquidation or whatever, or the federal government did it. Whoever fucking did it, put them into administration. How about we put the fucking Labor government in Victoria into administration? Because what they have done to Victorians with the fucking money spending and the blowouts in projects and the wasteful money and all the criminality that they have involved and their corruption they've been involved in for years now. This isn't just recently. This is for years now. If this was a company, they would have been put into administration a very long time ago and those people would have been sacked and dealt with and potentially charged. Yet for some reason, because it's the Labor government, they can't be touched. IBAC can't touch them because they made sure when they created IBAC that they gave IBAC no powers to touch them. Victoria Police, gutless under the command of Shane Patton, has done nothing about it. When's enough going to be enough for Victorians? When are we going to stop and say, screw you, we don't want you in your government anymore. We don't want the Liberal government. We want to completely change the system in Victoria and have a whole new political process. When is the AEC, the Australian Electoral Commission, who's responsible for, signing off and allowing you to create a government, yeah? So if I want to create my own government, which we've spoken about before, creating our own party. No, so I'll put you into that. No, I'll put you into that because you started it.
No,
right?
not my party.
Creating a party, you have to go through the AEC and you've got to meet a whole heap of criteria and you've got to maintain that criteria. Otherwise, you get deregistered. Why is the Labor government in Victoria not being deregistered? Why have they not been shut down and closed immediately based on there's enough evidence there? We've got evidence for years now. Why are they not shutting them down?
Just for bullying. That's all you reckon they should be shut down for?
Not for bullying.
Or
they are involved in criminal activity. They are aware that the people who are giving them donors, who are providing them with donations, are involved in criminal activity. They're aware of that. They knew about it. Therefore, they are failing to manage those connections. They are giving out taxpayer-funded money, contracts to these people who they know are involved in criminal activity.
Do you know why that won't happen? It's because then the same thing would happen to the Liberal Party.
Good.
And they're not going to do that.
But this is my point, though. It's not about them, okay? It's up to the people of Victoria and the people of Australia at this point because we now see that they've now put the Queensland branch of CFMEU into administration as of Friday morning.
Right.
For similar things from what I'm aware of. The Labor government is currently in charge at the federal level and they're in charge of most of the states at this point in the government. It is time for the Governor-General, the piss-weak Governor-General who was fucking put into charge, last week? I think she was. Who somehow managed to get a $200,000 pay rise before we put her into the role. So every other Governor-General in this country has always had a price range. Their fucking salary is $500,000 for doing nothing. Let's be really clear about that. The Governor-General does nothing in this country.
They pass laws. They're the head of state. They have to pass the laws of the land.
But who gives them the laws, though?
The government does, but they give the final say on it
but that's
for
and they hand us some medals, and some medals every year as well. They do fuck all. All right, they do fuck all, and they get paid $500,000 a year. They do fuck all. This new one, this Sam, whatever her name is, that the Labor government have put in charge, because she's a well-known friend of the Labor government, so they know she's not going to come after them. That she's the one who has the power to shut them down.
That's what they said about John Kerr.
Yeah.
He was a Labor man, but he sacked Whitlam.
Yeah. But she's not going to, because before she negotiated to take on the job, she somehow managed to negotiate an additional $200,000 a year. So she's on $700,000 a year as the Governor General doing fuck all. If by now she hasn't worked out she needs to step in and shut them down, then we are going to keep going down this same rabbit hole, this same path, destroying our country and destroying our state. It's got nothing to do. I don't care about the CFMEU and the IMCG, but I don't care about that part. I know it's got to do with it, but I actually don't care about that bit. The bit I'm worried about is why we're still going down this path with these people in government. Why are we still allowing these people to be in charge and do the things they're doing? They are criminal. They are corrupt. And if we sit there and say, oh, we can't do anything about it, yes, we can. We, the people, we can. We voted them in. They are to work for us. They take our money out of our pay, take it into taxes and do whatever the fuck they want with it, whilst destroying our livelihoods and destroying what's coming for our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. So if we don't start standing up now, right now is the perfect time to stand up and go, you know what, we don't want you people anymore. Governor General, do your job. AEC, do your job. Shut these people down immediately. They are not the only people who can be government in this country. We sold this bullshit lie all the time. They are not the only people who can run this country. They are not the only people who can run the state. This is just highlighting another issue of how corrupt this system has become. And if we don't stand up now and fight back and push back against them, then we are literally, you can never complain moving forward about anything. It's ridiculous. That's my point. It wasn't about this. I don't care. The CFMEU was just the, it's that catalyst kind of thing that's kicked it off. But
Right.
It's got nothing to do with them. They're actually smart in what they've done. They've actually managed to manipulate the system for who knows how many long years. Good on them. The point is, the government shouldn't allow that to happen, but the government did, because the government were getting something out of it. And now they've been caught out. It's time that this investigation digs deeper. Jacinta Allen standing out there going, oh, we're going to do a review, and I've told IBAC to do this, and I've instructed Victoria Police to do this, and we're going to do reviews internal. No one gives a fuck about your review or your IBAC. Because you made sure when you set IBAC up that IBAC can't actually do anything. So again, taxpayer wasted money on an organisation that can't fucking do anything. That actually technically, although they're not protecting politicians because it's not what they're meant to do, and they're not deliberately doing it, there's people in IBAC who are probably fucking great people, I'm sure they are. But they've got no power to do anything. So what's the point of having them? We're just wasting money over there. And she's going to do a review. Well, like fucking Dan's reviews. How many reviews did Dan do into his own government? And what happened there? Fuck all. Because no one, the Governor General of Victoria, who's appointed by the Liberal government, hasn't done her job. Oh, that's right. She's connected to them, isn't she? I think she's a family member of an ex-politician who might have been a premier. Anyway, let's not go there either, right? So it's time we start doing something about this. This is right now, it's there. The media, for the first time, have actually done their job. In my eyes, they've actually done their job for the first time. Now they need to keep doing their job. They need to keep pushing harder. And Australians and Victorians need to keep pushing harder and don't let them get away with it. Because right now we've got them on the run. Keep them on the run and get these people shut down. Albanese proved the other day how much he doesn't care about Australia. He was asked by a media in an interview that, the CFMEU has paid you a certain amount of money to your party. What are you going to do about them? He said, "Oh well, we've pretty much dealt with the issue." Well, no, you haven't. They're paying you to be a part of your party and to dictate where you drive with things. So what are you going to do about it? Like, answer the question. What are you going to do? Are you going to stop taking their money? Oh no, well they're a big part of our party and they're a big part of how our party's been formed. So we'll just have a look at the way that relationship needs to work better in the future. So in other words, you're going to keep taking their money and you're going to keep letting them fucking dictate what we do, and you're going to not do your job for the constituents. You're just going to do your job for the people who paid you money. That's corrupt. That's criminal, and therefore he should be taken away and locked up for that process. Done.
So hopefully the Liberal Party would get the same treatment because of their
Fucking
donors
oath.
being the banks.
Fucking oath. All of them should. I'm not aligned to any of them. They are all criminal. They are all corrupt. Every single one of them. And everything they do every day is criminal and corrupt. So it's time that we fucking grab them now while they're on the run and say we're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. We shut this system down straight away and we create a whole new political system for Australia and we make sure that the people moving forward as politicians can't do what this lot are currently doing now.
Well, thanks for the insight into your imaginary world, because we know that never will happen.
Well, it won't. It won't happen if people just sit back and don't do anything about it.
No, because there's too many people getting good kickbacks from it.
Yeah, but
it'll never change. So
I agree with you. I
just
agree
got to
with you.
keep going along, chugging along.
No.
What we're doing.
No,
we
we
can just
can't.
whinge and bitch about it all we
No.
like. It'll never change.
No, it has to change. It's not about when you're mitching. It has to change. And the amount of people out there who aren't getting looked after by these people would outweigh the amount of people who are getting looked after by these people. So it's time to turn it around. And for the smaller people and the people who aren't getting their fair share and aren't getting looked after and aren't getting the help because they're not able to, it's time for them to rise up now and overtake these other people and push back and shut down this political system here in Australia at both the state government and the local government. Fucking councils. Councils don't have a right.
Oh, that election's coming up in the next couple of months, isn't
Councils
it?
don't have a right to even operate in any part of Victoria. So councils need to be shut down immediately, and we should just have state government and federal government, and we need to swap that whole fucking
Holy
process
shit,
out.
you're bringing back the old Jeff Kennett days.
Oh, mate.
Apparently he wanted to get rid of councils
Councils
in the 90s.
councils are a waste of time.
Yeah.
They are literally a waste of time. They don't fucking do anything. They are an absolute waste of time.
But they pick up your rubbish, so they do something.
They don't fucking do that properly.
Oh, how do they fuck up your
Anyway.
bins?
But you know how many times my bin hasn't been picked up? I put it out there and I'm like, oh yeah, the truck's there. The truck didn't touch my bin. What the fuck?
So why didn't it?
I don't
you
know.
can call them back and they can come back and
Yeah, I've
unload,
done it.
can't
They've
they?
come back, but why didn't they get it when they were there?
You ask the driver. Well, as long as your bins are getting picked up, that's
Potholes on the fucking roads, education's going downhill, councils making decisions about fucking voting on things that federally we all said we didn't want, and now there's councils in Victoria who are going to vote for it anyway and try and overturn the process. Fuck off, councils. You don't fucking have anything. Just fuck off.
Are they? Is it Yarra wants people to go vegan?
Yeah, that's right.
They're putting out the
and Mornington. I think it's Mornington Peninsula. Is it this week or last week or next week? Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's Mornington Peninsula. They're going to have a vote soon about the Aboriginal voice to council to the state government. I'm pretty sure we said fuck off nationally. And again, we've had our views on this. I'm all supportive of Indigenous rights, and I think we need to do more in that space, 100%. But they've said no at the national level. So why are you now pushing a local level?
State level has accepted.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have.
No,
because we haven't been asked at a state
different
level.
constitution here in Victoria.
Exactly, but we haven't been asked.
Not an Australian constitution.
I totally agree with you. In our constitution, every state is actually technically its own country.
Yeah.
So the Australian constitution and the federal government actually means fuck all, to be honest.
That's right.
Because every state's its own country technically. So I live in this country, being Victoria. So then they should be asking me what I want, not making decisions without asking me.
No. You're not a donor.
No, this is the fucking problem. And
Well,
this is
become
why-
a donor. You can have a
this
good
is why,
say.
and this is why that process should be banned
How
immediately.
much do you reckon it'd cost you to go have lunch with Jacinta Allen?
Oh, it'd be a fair bit.
To
because
get
you'd
to have
you'd-
your
you'd-
say to her?
It'd be a fair bit. She'd want a lot.
100-something thousand?
Oh, she'd want more than that. She
You
seems
reckon-
like a greedy idiot.
3-course meal?
Oh, I don't know if I'd want to have a 3-course meal with her.
Yeah.
I wouldn't last that long.
What about the Liberal bloke?
John Prosciutto.
Yeah. If that's his name. I've forgotten
I
now.
don't think it's prosciutto, but I think it's something like prosciutto, and that's just what I call him now.
Would you go have lunch with him and discuss your...
I will have lunch with any politician as long as they're willing to shut their fucking mouth and listen to someone who's lived in the real world, not the world that they live in.
Yeah.
And that we can record it.
I doubt that'd happen.
Oh, well, there you go. But that's my point, though. That's my point. They won't have it recorded because they don't want to say anything that they can't, I can't say that because I don't fucking know. Well, you should know. It's your fucking job.
What if you had a
should know.
conversation with them and you ended up believing their theories and their beliefs?
It's highly unlikely.
Yeah?
Highly unlikely that I'm going to believe anything that comes out of their mouths.
Who knows? They might be very persuasive.
I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. You got to remember I was in politics, yeah? I doubt that very much.
Oh, they might.
No, I fucking highly doubt it.
Just Love a good old debate.
Oh, I love a good debate. I'm happy to have a good debate with them. But the problem is as long as they understand that I know they're full of shit and I'm going to keep coming at them with what I want and not what they want because it's not about them. It's about the community and what the community needs. And I'm not saying I know everything the community needs, but I've got a way better fucking opinion than what they do.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
Boom.
Well, thanks for
I wonder if Jacinta
for
would
that.
come to the speed dating with Haydos.
No. Oh, well, another show over and done with.
Boom.
That's it for episode 22.
And another week closer to our speed dating extravaganza.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to that.
It's going to be good. I can't wait.
It would be great.
I think we might get your mum to come along.
No. Why?
Yeah, she can be a part of the interview process. Like an interview panel, almost.
No, definitely not.
And some of your close mates, we'll get them to come along as well. Yes, it's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. Cannot wait.
Sounds exciting. But
Boom.
we've got to make it to that point anyway. So, yeah, if you want to get in contact with the show, get to our socials and send us an email, whatever.
Submit your applications for that.
Or leave a comment in the comment section.
Speed dating.
We'll get back to you.
Maybe.
All right, that's it for the staging area this week. I've been Hayden Mack. That's been Simon Rylands. Hooroo.
See you later, people. Stay safe.